Session 0. For those unaware or anyone learning to run TTRPGs, the term Session 0 refers to a session that the group has before the story actually begins. During these sessions, any number of different things can happen, ranging from character creation, explaining of in-game lore, to personal boundaries and preferred snacks. There's a lot of different subjects to talk about in a Session 0, and in just a little bit we're going to talk about a few of the ones that I think are the most important. But first, I have a question for the people watching. If you had to explain what a Session 0 was to someone who had never played a TTRPG, had never considered the concept, how would you describe it? Comment your opinion down below. I really want to know what everybody thinks is like the most important factors for their own personal Session 0s. I'm going to give you a little pause screen so you can comment what you think. For anyone who hasn't had a Session 0, tell me what character you get on this pause screen. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for taking my survey. Now, I'm going to break the rest of this video into small bite-sized chunks, and I'm numbering them just so I can keep them in order, not in any order of importance. The number one reason your Session 0 sucked: there was no story expectation set. Without a story, the game doesn't exist, obviously. But you don't necessarily need the whole story, or any of it, written at Session 0. I have walked into Session 0s with an entire world prepared, and I have walked in with nothing but ideas, and both have worked out just fine. When I prepped a whole world, it was because I was running a game for a table of 10, with 7 of them being new players. In that session, building characters and learning the basics of the game were our number one goal, and there was no time to field 10 opinions of what the game should look like. So I built the world long before Session 0 and presented it at the very start. In the situation where I had nothing prepared, I had a table of 5 seasoned players and writers who had all seen tons of different themes of games. At the start of the session, we all collectively decided on a general theme and began working on their character creation and party composition pretty much immediately. Both of these approaches worked out great for their respective groups, so just be flexible. After all, flexibility is a GM's best tool. Numero dos. You didn't hand out safety sheets. Taking care to respect the boundaries and emotional safety of the people at your table is one of, if not the most important part of not only running a game, but simply being part of one. As a player, it's pretty simple. Don't be an asshole. As a GM, the same rule applies, but there is, or at least there should be, an additional layer of responsibility. When creating stories, themes, or plot hooks that involve subject material that can be emotionally disturbing or even triggering to some people, it is crucial to ask your table if they do or do not want to have it in their game, and then respect the boundaries that are voiced if there are any. However, sometimes when playing the make-believe game with a group of awkward introverts, people can struggle to voice their boundaries and can end up either leaving the game or worse, suffering silently just to stay part of the group. This is where safety sheets are super useful. Safety sheet templates can be found all over the internet, but to be very simple with it, it's a big list of triggers that your players fill out and say yes or no to certain topics and themes before you even start writing it. Some even have multiple levels of comfort with each topic, so if a player says they are sort of uncomfortable with a topic that you had planned to use, you can research ways to approach the subject lightly, or even allow the player behind the curtain, so to speak, and let them know some of the details of what you're planning and ask, I want to respect you. Is this the type of thing that's okay, or would you like me to cut it? There are so many ways to keep your table safe, and safety sheets are just one of many awesome tools that other creators have made. Number 3.
Hey, pick up a 3, my lord.
Character creation was clunky and lame. Session 0s can get a little boring, at times, with everyone reading, planning, strategizing, all things that are awesome, but they aren't exactly exhilarating. So throw some silliness in with the process. Whether it's blindly drawing a character class out of a hat or deciding hit points with Jenga blocks, leaving 1 or 2 elements of character creation up to the whim of fate is a great way to create a sense of camaraderie early on. It also helps to keep anyone from getting a little too obsessed with every single aspect of their character class and min-maxing the ever-living fuck out of them. The fourth one. Someone said, we can figure out scheduling soon. Scheduling is the doom of many a campaign. Sometimes it's unavoidable, obviously. People have job changes, housing changes, kids, pets, lives. Shit happens. But a great way to avoid a campaign collapse is to set the schedule during session 0 and setting an attainable schedule for everyone to make. If it's every week, every 2 weeks, or once a month, make it on the same day at the same time every time so people can schedule around the game and y'all don't have to schedule after every single session. Number E, no one stated their allergies. I know it sounds funny, but I'm for real. A lot of people have allergies, and the place you play at is very important, whether it be with pets that people are allergic to or food that needs to be avoided. If I had a peanut allergy and somebody on the other side of the table started shucking nuts, I would probably have a hard time focusing on my rock gnome that's at 2 hit points. Be vocal and try to play in a space that's comfortable for everyone. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole thing. You know the deal. Like, subscribe. It helps me out a bunch. Be good. Be kind. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.